Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I still remain your boy David. Thank you so much, guys. Look, we just hit 500 subscribers, and I know that that could only be possible because of you guys. You guys who kept on sharing my video, liking my video, commenting on my videos, watching my videos. Man, you guys are the real MVPs. Pardon me. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm making the video like this today. We recently just moved and a lot of things are unpacked. I don't know where I kept my microphone. So the only thing I could lay my hands on was um my wired earphone. So I'm like, you know what? I'm still gonna make this video because I'm sure there's a lot of people who've been expecting me to drop a video, but I've not been able to do that because of so many things. Trying to move, trying to pack things, trying to get settled into the new apartment. There's a lot of things we have not even unpacked yet. We're taking it one day at a time, one step at a time. You know what I'm saying? But I said, shit, there's a lot of people who are still there looking forward to hearing from me and be like, oh, where's David Bain? We've not heard from him for in a while. It's over like 2 months. He's dropped a new video. What's going on? David never stayed that long before dropping a video, maybe. But yeah, I just shared a little bit of what I've been doing. And that's the reason. And I'm really sorry that I've not been able to drop a video earlier because this has been a different journey for me, but I'm so happy that I was able to do this with my family. I think there's nothing more beautiful than being able to plan with your spouse, do things together, face, challenges together, and you just, it's just so good. Oh yeah. So I'm happy to see each and every one of you. I'm so happy to hear from you guys. If you've moved into the United States, congratulations. And if you haven't moved yet, and I'm waiting and hoping that you're gonna be successful in your interview, so you also can also move into the States. And if you're planning to get married, what are you waiting for? Get it done. In my father's voice, get it done. Yeah. And if you just filed a petition, congratulations. Even though I know it's going to take time, don't worry. Don't worry yourself. My friend always says something. He always says, calm yourself. This the sky big enough for all the stars to shine. You know what I'm saying? So calm yourself. 3 years looks like a long time. Or not say I'm not say 3 years. 2 years look like a long time. Bro, you will see. I just came here last year, March. Look at me today. It's almost 1 year. And to me, it's like I came 3 months ago. You know what I'm saying? 1 year goes by real fast. You looking at it as a long time, but if you put something and you know that it's moving, and you know that you've done everything, you filed your petition, you're waiting for it to be moved, your case to be moved to NVC so you can submit all the things, or you're already at the NVC stage and you've done everything you needed to do, you're only just waiting for your interview letter. My friend, go and get something to eat, Joe. Go and drink yourselves, go drink some beer, go eat some nice food. Forget about it. You will get your interview letter and you will be happy. You know what I'm saying? The only reason I said it was frustrating for me is because I never knew. If I had somebody who was sincere telling me that, oh, look, it's going to take 2 years, I probably would be, but at least I have an idea. You know what I'm saying? It's like I was looking forward to the next month, to the next month, to the next month, and it was never coming. And I got frustrated and I thought nothing was moving. And our attorney I'm not sure she had that information at the time that because of the COVID, like it's going to take longer. I think she said 6 months also, but it ended up taking about 27 months for me to get here. So yeah, all of that. But I think it's moving better now because during my own time, it's a lot of things that was going on. First, they opened back the embassies, but the embassies weren't interviewing people at the rate they were supposed to. Let's say every day they're supposed to interview 40 people, they were interviewing 15. So you can imagine. But right now, that is no longer the case. They are moving fast, so everything's getting sped up. So your case might not even get to 2 years, might even just be like 1 year and some months. People already who got a documentary qualified in 2023 are already getting that interview. So what are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? That's the best news I'm hearing so far. So just chill, calm yourself. Everything will work out. So my video today is to share. Somebody asked me, David, please, can you share how you got married to your spouse? I was like, oh man, this guy just wants me to share some private information. Then I said to myself, why not? I'll share it. That's not a big deal. I'll do this quick video. So when we get settled into this apartment more, I'll start making my videos normally, right? So yeah, um, how did we get married? Was the question. So I'll just do a little bit of things. Go back to the past. First, I met my spouse back in 2019 through a family friend who happens to live. I've been in the United States for so long. Then one day they came back to Nigeria to visit. So we got talking like, hey, 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 just talking like that. And then later on, when they moved back to the United States, they still call me like once in a while to check how I was doing. I don't know for what reason, though, but I don't like calling people who are abroad because I always feel like they always want to think you're calling because you need something. You know what I'm saying? So I don't call them. I don't call them at all. I'm somebody who's contented with what I have. If I have to like work extra to make more, I will work extra to make more, but I wouldn't call nobody to, hey, please, can I have some 2000? Especially people abroad, I will never call you to ask for nothing. Nothing, absolutely nothing. Even if you're my dad, okay, if you're my dad, maybe different. But if you're my uncle, I would never call you to ask you for nothing. That's how I am. That's how I was brought up by my moms. So I've always been somebody who works for whatever I want. I don't, So I was good on that part. But like once in 6 months, once in 3 months, they call me like, hey, David, what's up? What's up? I'm like, I'm good. They're like, oh, David, when are you getting married? I'm like, oh, bro, like, y'all, yeah, y'all go again. Don't worry. I'm going to let y'all know soon and stuff and stuff and stuff and stuff and such. They just kept going with me. So I never knew. After years that we've been together, they kept the relationship alive pretty much because for me, when they moved back to the United States, that was dead until they come back to Nigeria. Then we can ignite whatever relationship we had because I do not like making people feel like I'm talking to them because they are in America. Nah, I don't do that. But he was so good. They kept the relationship alive. And one day they introduced this woman to me. I'm trying to make the story really fast so the video don't get to like 30 minutes. I don't want that. Yeah. Um, we started talking on that day, like friends and stuff and stuff. And I met her on the birthday of one of my the birthday of of their child, the little girl. So she happened to be there, maybe just to visit, something like that. But it was so good because um, we met and we exchanged numbers, not in person, but we met over the phone. We exchanged numbers, started talking and such and such. But in my head, I already knew that it's not going to work out because guess what? I know I'm not good with distance relationship. I've been pretty much poor when it comes to long distance relationship. I never thought I could keep long distance relationship if it lasted so long, 2 months. After 2 months, like, bro, everything is going sideways because I know me, I know myself. I don't know how to hold conversation over the phone for a long time. I don't really like picking up the phone, to be honest with you. Like, to talk on the phone is my biggest problem. Like, my family should be like complaining, like, David, we be calling you, never pick up your call, you never return the calls. Like, people, my pastors, a lot of people, I'd be so mad at me while I was still in Nigeria. Like, I don't take calls. I don't know where that came from, but I just knew that it's not something I'm good at. I try to force myself, but work. So I just said to myself, it's not gonna work. I'm not good at this. So I just started talking. We talk. She'll call me. Hey, hello. We talk. Little by little, I found out that I was able to listen to her talk for like an hour. So one day I just looked at myself like, I'm like, oh boy, calm down, David. What's going on here? Like, are you literally holding conversations over the phone and staying for that long? I'm shocked. I was shocked at myself. But I found out that I was able to do so many things I l- honestly thought I wouldn't be able to do. And I was enjoying her so much because she was straightforward with me, not trying to play the good girl or try to play the one who's perfect. You know what I'm saying? That kind of like, I think that caught my attention. And I myself, I don't give out information. Like, it's hard for people to like get to know, oh, I know David. Like, that's hard. I don't give out so much information about me. I just tell you literally one or two. But I found that I was able to do, I start to let myself go little by little. I started to let myself go. I started to free myself up. I started to be able to talk. I started to be able to, like, really, I mean, when I mean talk, I mean talk, share. I'm like, oh, what? Hold on a minute. Hold on. What's going on here? And then we started talking. We met back in 2019. I think, I don't know if I said it already. So we started talking and everything, kept talking every day. I found out that this lady calls me every day. I call that if she doesn't call me at a certain time, I start to miss her. And I'm like, oh, what's going on, bro? I'll never miss nobody over the phone. Hell no, I'm not doing that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't do that. Like, I'm not that person. I'm like, wow, what's going on? But as time went by, I discovered that I was getting to like this person. I was getting to want to be around this person. I was getting to want to listen to this person more. This person was having more, if good impact in my life than, I'm like, you know what? I'll just go to God. I don't know what's going on, but I don't think this is right. I'm telling you the truth. So I went, I'm not sure she knows this. I went straight to the church. I knelt down. I cried. I'm telling you, I cried. Like, like, but why are you crying? Because I found myself loving this person. I found this person, hidden. Like, there's so many things in my life or in my heart that I wish someone else could just, know about and just be able to, like, touch on all those things. But she was hitting the buttons, but I'm not even sure she knew that what she was doing. She was hitting the right buttons at the right time. I'm like, look, it's like I haven't told her, like, oh, this is what I like or this is what I don't like. She just kept on doing, hitting all the right button. I'm like, look, this person looks different. I went to church to pray and I prayed and I fasted and I gave seed offering to God. It's just me and God. I didn't tell nobody. My pastor don't know about it, nobody. I don't want nobody to influence me to make decisions that I don't want to make. I don't want to make this, and I don't want nobody to know. So I pretty much kept the relationship to myself. So, like when you share too many information, like, oh, mom, I met this guy in London or something, or in America, or I met this woman in America. People's opinion could also form your idea. I didn't want that to be mine. I want mine to be like when I break up, it's just me and the person that knows that, oh, we broke up and that's the end. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want nobody. You left that girl. You fuck up. You fuck up. I don't want all of that. So I didn't tell my friend. I didn't tell nobody. I went straight to God and I prayed and I asked Him to show me signs that if this person is for me, uh, I must tell you some of the signs I didn't see it, and some of the signs I saw it. But in my head, I was still not convinced. But I just kept on going, kept on going. But even though this lady was hitting all the right notes, I still was telling myself it's not true. You know what I'm saying? I want to believe that it's not true. And as time went by, I became fond of this person. I didn't know where to take the relationship to. I don't know when to pop the right question. I don't know. Like, one day, I came back from work. I'll never forget that day. I came back from work. It was late at night. And I made food. We ate. And then after eating, I thought I was going to call her back. I called her back. Was talking and talking and talking and talking. I was just, talking, asking some questions. Before I know it, boom. I just asked a question. Will you pop the question? Will you marry me? And she said, what? David? Like, we never had that discussion. I never, to me too. When I asked the question, I was like, what is wrong with me? Like, I could not, like, for the first time in my life, I was able to, like, you know, ask a big question like that. I just told her, will you marry me? And she paused. I'm like, it's okay. If you don't want to, it's okay. At that point, I don't know what I was feeling. I just, after a few seconds, she said yes. And I felt this joy on the inside of me. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what's going on? After popping the question, this is after I've prayed and everything. And I gave myself some months. She said yes, because I knew that we wasn't living together. So there's no time planning on one event that we're going to go and I'm going to pour flowers on the floor. And maybe God just didn't want me to do all of that because I still feel like, yeah, that's the grand way of making a proposal. You know what I'm saying? Bury the ring in a plate of rice, or you know what I'm saying, like something like that. But I didn't do none of that. I didn't do none of that. Like our relationship was one of the simplest relationship I've ever seen, I've ever had in my life. I never had to force nothing. It was just everything I did. I just found that I was doing it at a pace that I didn't have to force it. You know what I'm saying? And it just went like that. And after a few months, we started planning to get married and stuff when she was gonna come. And then COVID started and we couldn't. And we kept on pushing the date of the wedding, kept on pushing the date of the wedding, kept on the third time it worked. And then we got married. It's a lot in there too that I cannot share right now because it's making me emotional. Like I swear to God, this woman came over to Nigeria for the first time and we got married. And look, like I said, I didn't force anything. This woman will literally eat whatever I eat. Mm, it was good. Before she came, I didn't make no, I never had time in my life. I'm always busy. Like, I'm somebody who's consumed with work. I'm so consumed with work that I even barely remember myself in the process. And I think that was so bad. But when this woman came into my life, I started to see myself in a different light. All those things I thought were my flaws started to become something that makes us so happy. I, I'm not sure y'all don't get it. Like it's like most of the things people complain about me are the things she was happy about, and the things she thought no one liked about her were the things that makes me find her amazing. It was it was I don't know how to put it. Like everything just played out to be what God wanted it to be, and I'm so happy. And then when we got married, I also thought it was gonna be so easy. We was looking at the next 3 months when she decided to go back. I mean, she spent literally 8 days in Nigeria. She flew in, and 2 days later, or 3 days later, if I'm not mistaken, we got married. So you can see that it was a short time for us to put anything in place. So it was quick fire, And guess what? I never knew I could pull that through, but it happened, and God did it. And it was one of the simplest wedding. We did our marriage at federal registry. Like it was so easy, so short, so simple. Family came, people prayed. I just want to thank God. Like that's all that happened. So it don't matter how you met your spouse. It don't matter where you met your spouse. The most important thing is just make sure that your intentions are genuine and leave the rest to God, and everything is gonna work out. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to stress myself like I was gonna die before it happened. Mine was that easy, and I knew that it was just God. And then then yeah, another reason why I said in my previous some of my videos that it was frustrating before I got here, because I kept on thinking, when am I gonna get my interview letters? Because I never knew how long it was gonna take. I'm not sure a lot of people knew how long it was gonna take as well, because people said 6 months, 3 months or 6 months. I ended up waiting 24 months before I got my interview. No, 25 months before I got my interview letter. And the remaining 2 months was the time I used in preparing and going for my interview. So everything altogether took 27 months before I got into the United States. You get what I'm saying? So I want to encourage you right there. If you're the type who is about to get married to your spouse and you've been thinking, how am I going to pull this through? Go. Just go for it. Don't try to do too much. Bring your spouse, let her understand where you at. Don't try to force nothing. People end up, you see, when you try to make falsify a lifestyle that you're not having, it makes it problematic to you. For example, you do not have, but you want to make people feel like you do have. Then you have to keep that up, and the day they discover that you don't have, then it becomes a problem. You get me? So, but I'm not saying that's what you're doing. I'm just saying whatever it is you're doing, just be sincere with yourself. If that person is for you, there's nothing that can take that person away from you. And if the person is not for you, it's never gonna be for you. Do not try to force anything. Just let God, just let time, you know, just let things take care of itself. But be genuine with yourself. Be true to yourself in everything that you do. And if you're the type who have already filed a petition and thinking, when is it going to come? I don't know. When is this going to happen? My friend, forget about all of that. File the petition and go about your life. Do the things you've been doing. Go to work. Come back home. Live your life. Just be there for your spouse. Talk to him or her. Listen, y'all just, I'm telling you, in 365 days of the year, while I was still back in Nigeria, if I haven't spoken to my wife, probably twice in a year, maybe 2 days in a year, maybe it literally could be almost zero. Oh, but let me just say 5 days. We spoke for 360 days. And let me just give myself 5 days. That's how we built communication. And yeah, sometimes it was really rocky. Bro, trust me, I'm very stubborn. Like I'm understanding. I try to understand people, but I know that I'm my Lord, I'm stubborn in a way that you can't even tell. Like, mm, I know I am. So I have my own fair share, and she also have her own fair share. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you, oh, everything was so good, we was just so perfect. No, no. There are days we really stuck it on each other for real, even on the phone. There are days we told each other the bitter truth. Some days I got so mad and I stuck it in, and some days she got so mad, and was one thing that was so powerful. We didn't build our relationship on pretense. I never made her for one feel like I never get angry, like everything she was doing was perfect, 100%. No, when she did wrong, I called her out. Ah, hey, hey. And when I did wrong, she called me out. Hey, you know what I'm saying? So never build your relationship on pretense. Never build on your relationship on lies. Because when you do, eventually the truth is going to surface. And when it does, it hits really, really hard. That's what I just want to share with y'all. And that's how I got to, that's all about my wedding pretty much. But probably some little information. I know what I'm saying. Like, I can't give you everything. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. But that was what it was. But am I enjoying it? Yeah. How has it been my first year? It's been good, bad, and ugly for to be honest. Like, what am I trying to say? If you are, especially some of you, right, because we come from different backgrounds, we believe in different things, we see life differently. So sometimes my own belief will always play a part in the way I perceive or see things, or the way I want things to be done. And if it's not going that way, of course I'm going to get frustrated. And sometimes the way she sees things, or the what our own belief system and everything, also the things she perceives that I should be able to just do that I'm not doing, also play a major role in also making the relationship, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to deep dive. So especially your first year, if you're the type who've never really spent time with your spouse, because there's no way you're going to spend so much time except they have their own businesses here. If they work over here to come visit you, they only have a short span, a short time to spend with you. You can't really tell about a lot. I can't really tell everything. So when you move here, it's going to be a little bit rocky, for example, for the start. So while y'all go on, y'all will fight, y'all will disagree, and y'all will come to agree. And God will keep revealing things to y'all, and y'all just keep fighting together and building together, and everything is gonna be fine. I just want to encourage somebody out there. If you're going through anything now because you moved in and you're like, oh, this American man that I made is not like how he showed me, or this lady is different. Guess what? Of course, it's always gonna be different. But I want to encourage you. Don't give up just yet. God is not done with y'all. When y'all go through stuff, is because God wants to strengthen your relationship. The only relationship that nobody gets angry at is the relationship of lies, pretense. If you're sincere with each other, tell me, have you ever had a best friend that you never had issues with at all since when y'all have been best friends till today? If that is the case, it's because both of you are not telling each other the truth. Any relationship that is built on truth, there will always be issues. But the good thing is, no matter how big it is, no matter how deep it is, y'all will always find a way to resolve it and move forward. And God is always going to strengthen that relationship. And you will see. So I'm just encouraging you to get it over with. Forget about, oh, I don't want to. You will never, there will never be a time you're not going to have a disagreement. It will always come. It's an ending cycle. But the good thing is, if you're going through it together, not that one person is feeling like, oh, I'm the one who's suffering and the other person don't care. If both of you care about each other, y'all will overcome just about anything. You get me? So then in the United States, how is life generally, David? Life is good. Life is good. It's also really tough here. It's like you work and at the same time you spend all that you work to survive. But don't worry, all of that will take care of itself. Like I said, God will bring better things into your life. There'll be better breakthroughs, better, just calm yourself. Well, my friend always tell me that calm yourself. The sky is big enough for every star to shine. So calm yourself. Things will work out for you. Do you understand me? So on this note, I would like to end this video, but I also want to say thank you to you guys. When I'm able to settle in, finally, able to put things in place, I think I'm making videos more often than not. So see you guys. Stay blessed and be happy, and don't get discouraged. Your interview letter is gonna come, and if you're the one who's looking at, oh, 2 years is too far, my friend, be quiet. Just go ahead and file the petition and go about your life like you didn't do nothing. Little by little, the time will come closer, and before you know it, you get to reunite with your spouse. The good thing is, when you finally come after 2 years, it's better for you because you don't have to start thinking about removing the conditions for your green card. They're going to give you 10 years green card. That 10 years green card, relieves you of stress. You don't, like now you suddenly don't think about um renewing your green card after like 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Now you're thinking about renewing your green card after 10 years. That's a long time to do a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Now before 10 years, who knows? You might decide to want to file for citizenship. You know what I'm saying? And everything will just be good. So there's a lot of good things and there's a lot of down part too. But guess what? What part of life? What side of life is always one way? There's none apart from death. Matter the fact that from the day you were born into this world, everything always comes into the good and the ugly. The good, they operate side by side. You getting me? So everything will always work out. It's not working out now. Later it will. So calm yourself. Huh? Just be encouraged. I love you guys. Keep sharing my video. Keep liking. Until next time, see you guys in